There's the bite. Look at that sucker go. Wow. All right, folks, we're out here on the water. It is winter, believe it or not, but it is still not cold yet, but that's coming. But for now, we got some good weather. We got some wind today. We got a pretty strong southwest wind. I'm gonna do some drifting. We're gonna try dragging some baits. So we're gonna try dragging some big baits. I got some big stuff in here, guys. I've also got some chicken in the mix, but the bait of the day is gonna be some big crappie that we're gonna put out here. That's a big fish, guys. That's a big bait. We're gonna put it out. I'm gonna drag it. I've got some new rods I'm trying out. You'll be seeing more of these. The big baits, we're gonna put on these Hellcat rods. This is a 7'6", medium action. We got some big Santee rigs on it. And we're gonna put some of these big baits on here and pull them through here. We've got, we're in a river channel. There's some arches in here. The past week or so on guide trips, I've fished these river channels and really haven't had any luck getting any of these fish to bite, but we're gonna give it a shot today. We're gonna hook up on these big suckers. Look at that, guys. That's a big old chunk of bait. I gotta see if this float may not float it. Let's see if it does it. I always tell people, put these baits in the water. Oh yeah, look at that. That float will float that thing, man. That is unreal. It will hold it up off the bottom. That's a lot of weight. That's a big bait. If anything hits this one, note to self, that's the big one. I've got my Abu Garcia 6500s on here. I got my Andy line. And yeah, we're gonna put these rods to the test. Gonna be running them here in 2022. And I've got some more rods that I'll show you that we're also gonna be trying out. We're gonna be using that on some of the drifting stuff. A little lighter action. Let me get a planer board on here. Got one of the B-cats on there. Let that bait get all the way to the bottom. We're in about 34 feet of water right here in this part of the river channel. And we're just gonna slow troll down through here. I don't think we got any water moving. It doesn't look like it. Get those out. But yeah, we're just gonna let the wind kind of carry us across here. May make a couple drags depending on if we get hit. I don't expect to catch a lot of fish today. One, because of the bait size. Two, just because of the way the bite's been. So if we put one in the boat, that'll be awesome. If we get one to eat that bait that I just put in the water, we'll have a heck of a video. Now these right here are the Big Cat Fever medium light trolling rod. These things have some bend to them. Part of the reason I got them was to help out with some of these drift bites on some of these little more picky fish. They're also very forgiving. On some of the guide trips, I do get people that are not experienced anglers and maybe horsing the rods a little bit. So having something a little lighter action, I think may help. There we go. We're gonna put a piece of chicken on here. Guide trip yesterday, we had a dozen fish. We had a couple right around 30. And several in the teens, and a bunch of 8 to 10 pound fish. I think I had 12 fish caught, 8 of them came on chicken. We are gonna put this one straight out behind the boat. Now I do have the odds stacked in the favor of the big baits. I've got 4 of the Hellcat rods and then just 2 of these trolling rods. So the big baits are gonna have the advantage. The disadvantage they're gonna have is not a lot of stuff's gonna eat bait that size. I'm gonna rig this one up the same way. There comes our wind. It's gonna find us today. Luckily, it's not cold. Little piece of chicken. That is just some plain old chicken breast, nothing on it. Let me get that one out. What I'm curious about with these rods is just the tip action and what happens when I hook into a big fish. For I think most of the fish is gonna make them a lot more fun. I was running the ugly sticks for a while. These have a little lighter tip, a little lighter action, but the back end's strong. So it'll be fun to hook into a big fish and see how these things perform. Today, I just hope we hook into a fish. I think it's been interesting here. Late in the year, early part of the new year is we've had some unseasonably warm temperatures. But in spite of that, the fish are acting like it's cold. Yesterday's guide trip, we were riding around some of these creeks and everything was gone. I mean, it looked like cold winter, and it's not cold winter, it's still relatively warm. Now, water temperatures are lower 50, so, you know, it's like I've said before, what's going on in the water is a little different than what we experience on the land, but I thought there would be more fish in some of these creeks with warmer temperatures, but there really weren't. Now, every creek's different. We only hit a couple of them before we bailed. Started looking at the river channel, and it was loaded with bait. I mean, stacked up with threadfin and other fish. The bad part is, it's hard to get those fish to bite. We tried it. I tried it on some trips previous to that, and a lot of times you get those fish, they're just surrounded by food. So I like to get them away from the dinner table before they get to the buffet line, and try to pick those fish off. And that's kind of what we're trying to do today. We're kind of away from a lot of congestion with a lot of food and a lot of bait. So it's an area that's got some fish, mark some in here. We're just gonna drift across them. I'd been anchoring previously, nothing wrong with that, anchoring on some fish, but my patience is short today, so I want to be moving at least. I feel like at least I've got a little better chance. Sometimes that's true, sometimes it's not, but we'll see if any of them bite. The rain's not supposed to be through here until later now. We got a little window, so hopefully the rain will stay out. But we got a pretty good wind. I like wind when I'm drifting, I'll be honest with you. Obviously, you needed to move the boat. You can do it with the trolling motor, but I like having some wind. It just seems to add to the bite and make fish bite better. It's really nice when it's warm like this. When it's cold, it's a different story. So let's see what we can get. There's the bite. Look at that sucker go. Wow. That is the bite right there we're looking for. That one, pretty sure was on one of the perch carcasses. Nice. That's a good takedown. My first fish on one of these rods. I decided to swim these out on the boards just because they got a little stiffer tip on it. Sun was coming out for a minute. I got my sunglasses out. Then clouded back up. Make sure my screws are tight on the reel seats. I just put these things on there this morning. That's a good takedown. That's a good fish. Good fish. Hadn't got to reel one in a few days. I've been doing guide trips. Got everybody else doing the dirty work. To be honest with you, I like other people reeling them in. It's a lot more fun to watch. A lot more fun to do. Love catching them. But I love seeing other people catch them. Not sure what we're into here. There we go. Hopefully I stay out of that other planer board. Tell you one thing I like about guide trips is this right here, taking the planer board off. This is a lot easier to do when you're on a guide trip. Because the people can actually angle the rod and keep pressure on the fish a lot better than I can alone. But you can do it. You get the net over here. Go up against here. Not sure what we got. Whoa, Jack. Whoa, 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 whoa. That drag's loose, yes, sir. I think he's good. I don't think he's great. By great, I say 60. He's a good fish, though. It's hard to tell with these rods. I've been running the ugly sticks for a while. You get on something a little heavier like this, got a little more butt to it. You can tell by the back of this thing. It takes a little getting used to judge what you got. Nursing him up just a little bit. Look at that go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. There he is. Whoa, Jack. Whoa. Look at a swirl. That's a good fish. Good fish, good fish. I see color. Let's ease him up here. Make sure we got some loose drag. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There he is. Oh, yes, sir. Good fish, baby. Get him in here for a picture. We will take a fish like that all day long, guys, all day long. Where's that hook at? There it is. Perfect hook set. Pull that off of there. Boom. Yep. There's that bait. Ate that whole crappie. Heck yeah. Up here for a picture. Open your mouth. There you go. There it is. Good fish, guys. Very good fish. Nice one. A little mud on its side. It is. All right, that's what we're looking for. A good fish on a big bait. That's really cool. Anytime I know I've got big baits on certain rods and I see them go off, I get excited because generally it's a big fish. I knew those Hellcats had those big carcasses on them, and that was a whole crappie with the sides filleted off of them. I caught some out here on some guide trips, and clients didn't want to keep them, so I kept them, filleted them, got some meat off of them, and kept the carcasses to use for bait. We can use them where we're fishing at. It's legal, as long as they meet the length and, you know, creel limits, and we're well under that. So got those out. Got some chicken. Nothing on the chicken yet, but we're in an area that I would not say is going to be loaded with fish, and I'm okay with that because I'm looking for those bigger fish, and I got one. Love to get another one. Wind's starting to pick up. I'm starting to get into the funnel of wind here, so might be hard to hear me. I apologize if it is, but wind's blowing pretty good. We got a southwest wind. We got some rain or front coming in tonight. This is just gonna be rain. Temperatures ain't gonna drop that much. It's gonna stay warm for a few more days here. It's crazy weather, but we'll take it while we can. Still able to control the boat real good. The big Easterland drift sight's got it slowed down plenty, slow enough, and I've got the trolling motor to kind of keep the attitude of the boat in the right direction. So we're going to keep pulling. We're up onto the flat now adjacent to the channel, going to see what's in here, and then we'll probably go back and reset. That fish was right close to the river channel. Looking at the mapping, the boat was at the top of the river channel, but baits were probably in it or on the edge, and I got a feeling that may be where some of these fish are. So we're going to drag this, do a little prospecting, and probably go back and come back through and up and out of that river channel again, and see if there's any fish there in or around that deeper water. Well, folks, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Here are a couple more videos that I think you're gonna like. I'd watch that one and then that one. No, do that one first and then that one. I don't know, just watch them both. They're both good.